I think what poets do is we pay attention to the world and we observe the world. And when you live in a town or a city with a river, the river is a dominating presence in the town. For me, as somebody who has lived in lots of different places, has been a little bit of a rolling stone, rivers have this kind of strong, kind of symbolic value, because a river takes you out of town. It takes you to a new place, so it frees you from place, but it also has the potential, of course, to bring you back to that place again. You've got to leave home. You don't want to do it too soon or leave it too long. Your rivers have trained you, oceans prepared you, lakes have assumed you. One night on Lough Arrow, as the boat closed in on the humpback bridge at the end of the channel, you piloted me firmly to shore. You've got to leave home. You pointed to the cairn on the hill, the moonlight-patterned waters, a flock of sheep grazing on a sloping field. You don't want to do it too soon. Hudson, Missouri, Mississippi, your rivers are majestic. The Slaney has assumed your face's fair shape. I think that aesthetically rivers are very beautiful, and as anybody who lives in Enniscorthy or even visits Enniscorthy, the Slaney in many ways dominates the town. As you're walking into town, as you're driving into town, maybe it's the first thing that you see. And I lived almost within a stone's throw of the Slaney as a child, so it was it was a very strong presence. And then living in New York, I lived within a stone's throw of the Hudson River, so I saw it every day. It was very much part of my world. Living in Nebraska, I lived near to the Missouri River. And now in St. Louis, I live near the Mississippi River, and also the confluence where the Mississippi and the Missouri and the Illinois rivers all meet. The rivers have trained you, oceans prepared you, lakes have assumed you. You don't want to do it too soon or leave it too long. But one thing that I liked about the American West and the Midwest and going out into places, it was interesting to go into a place where there were no rivers and where there were no trees and where it was very flat. And I also was very much attracted to those places just for the difference of things, you know, where you had the wide open sky and the long vistas and the flat landscape, because it was so different to what I knew growing up in Enniscorthy.